Welcome to my channel, Berserker Gang 2019. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're doing something really awesome, really Viking Age. We're out in a bog looking for bog iron. So if you want to see if I find any, stay tuned. After about a half an hour of searching, this is a really nice piece of bog iron. It's got the rusty crust, and a real typical characteristic of this type of iron ore here is this hollow indentation. It occurs quite oftenly, and therefore I know I have a real good specimen here. Now, to find these pieces, I'm using a iron rod as I walk through the path here. Now, to do a smelt, I'd probably need about 30 kilograms of this. So I'm going to do my best today to find what I can. Now, this bog iron is actually really cool because this is a renewable resource. If I mine this iron here today, the same amount will be present sometime in the next 50 years or so. This will replenish itself quite quickly. There's mosquitoes everywhere. So after about another half an hour of searching, I was able to find a spot where there's a whole bunch in here of small pieces like this. No fun. And I tell you, this is hard work. Now imagine having no shoes. I've cut myself on all of this grass. This is like razor sharp grass. And man, life was hard back then. Especially if you did this in the winter, you'd be sitting up to your knees in water. There's a good chance you would probably sunk and never came back. So this is a tough job, bog ore iron hunting. Yeah, this is not as easy as it sounds. I'm at a new location today, and I have not found one piece of iron yet. I'm probably going to continue on through this forest to give it a good thorough check, maybe crack out the metal detector here and there. I am collecting a grave amount of tree sap as I walk along, because these trees have a lot of damage from the heat cracking open the trees, and so I'm able to gather a little bit of tree sap here and there to keep the mosquitoes off of me. They're just eating me up. And the tree sap, that's, first of all, it's a very valuable resource. And secondly, it helps to keep the mosquitoes off me. And anytime I have the possibility to gather a little bit of tree sap, if there's a nice source, I usually do that because it has so many uses back at the camp. So after about another hour of marching through the swamps full of mosquitoes, I managed to find a fallen over pine tree. And that allows me to examine the ground in wide scale surface area, and I found some bog iron. This is definitely some bog iron. It's really solid. I tried to see if it wasn't just dried up soil. It's rock solid, and it was down here with all the mosquitoes, and it's rusty looking. This post here is actually pretty cool because if I hit a rock in the ground, this up here will ring, so I know I have a solid that just hit the tip of the rod here, which is a pretty cool idea. I had quite an adventure out here today in this. I mean, I'm just in the mosquito pile. I don't know how I'm doing this. This is disgusting. But I did find two pieces, and now the hunt is on. I have to have it. I don't know if you guys can understand that. If I have a mindset on something, there's nothing that can stop me. So let me go ahead and see if we can find some more. And I'll film some of that, and then we got to get out of here because it's really hot. It looks like there's actually going to be some rain, which would be really awesome. Definitely something there. Let's check it out, what it is. Alright, the last couple of holes. I found some lesser grade limonite, which is also some form of bog ore, which wasn't very wasn't the best of the best example, so I didn't film that. Let's see what this is. Now it's really cool if you dig it out and it's rusty on top already if you get it up to the surface. Well, this is a big piece. Oh yes, that's what we're looking for. That's, no it's not. Okay. Looked like it from this side, but from the other side it's just a regular piece of sandstone. Alright, so about after 3 days of adventure out in the swamps with mosquitoes eating me alive, I've managed to come up with a fair amount of specimens to show you guys. This is a learning experience for me along the way. There was not enough of one or the other in one location for me to collect up to do a smelt. But this is a learning experience to see how was it during the Viking Age for people to go out who had to go look for this to be able to make a living off of this kind of business. So it was a very eye-opening experience, because I was out there in modern day equipment with modern day tools and clothing. I did have a little bit of mosquito repellent to help me out a little bit, but if you compare that now back to the day, they are out barefoot out in the bogs in the winter time, even looking for this type of resource to be able to sell it to the blacksmith shop to make a living. It may have been even been the thrall, the slaves who had been doing this kind of work. So this is a very eye-opening experience. As you can see here, this type here, there's like this grayish metallic look inside, and if I split it open, that's it's a little bit red actually. That'd be more of a hematite. And I have limonite here, which is also a type of bog iron. It's got rusty spots in it, and when I cracked it open, and there's different deposits of different metals in there. There's even tiny little specks of gold as it looks, which is really cool, but it could be fool's gold as well. I'm not going to go and actually go after that, but yeah. What an experience. So I'm going to have to do that again someday. If you're new to the channel, it would really help out if you click the subscribe button down below, ring the bell, and click all notifications. That way YouTube will know you'd like to see more of my videos, and it will help the channel grow. And that'll be all for today. Stay safe, and see you soon.